Next question. Yes, sir.
Hello. Thank you for being in Southern California today, Mr. McClellan. I'm an ardent Ron Paul Republican, so I kind of against the neoconservative hijacking of our government. And I just looked at the index of your book, and I didn't see neoconservative mentioned once, nor did I see the Office of Special Plans mentioned. You'd said it was a permanent campaign.
Well, I talk about the neoconservative influence on the president in terms of some of the key advisors that were encouraging him. And, the president has to accept responsibility for Iraq, but go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, you refer to it as the Vulcans. I just saw that, but the actual word neoconservative isn't mentioned once in index, at least. What I wanted to ask you, were you familiar with James Bamford? He's the most respected intelligence author, writer in America, and his book, A Pretext for War?
Yes, I'm familiar with that. I haven't read it. But...
Yeah, well, I'm going to give you a copy tonight.
Okay. Thank you.
And also the Walton Mersheimer.
I'll read it.
No, my pleasure, too. And the Walton Mersheimer book, the esteemed professors from the University of Chicago, John Mearsheimer and Stephen Walt, who wrote the book, The Israel Lobby and U.S. Foreign Policy. It was a bestseller last September. The bottom line to both books is it wasn't a permanent campaign that pushed us into the Iraq War. It was a deliberate deception by these neoconservatives, Likudnik neoconservatives, who wanted to secure the realm for Israel. It was deliberate deception.
You want me to respond to that?
Sure.
Okay. There's certainly a strong neoconservative influence that was pushing things along. But I don't think that there was some conspiracy where you had people like Colin Powell sitting in a room saying, let's go out and deliberately deceive the American people. But that actually plays into the point you make, actually plays into the permanent campaign culture about these forces on each side that push you to do some of these things too. Now, the president is the one who made the decision, and he has to accept that responsibility. But I do talk about the influence of those advisors and those neoconservative thinkers.
Just a quick follow-up. Colin Powell, you just mentioned, right? It's not a conspiracy, because it's an open conspiracy. There's a book coming out by a friend in D.C., Dr. Steven Snegoski. It's called The Transparent Cabal. It's out there. The press didn't.
I just don't understand where you're coming from. I don't hold that view.
Colin Powell, I'll finish because there's a lot more questions to come from other people. I want to respect that. If you look at what Colin Powell said in Washington Post editor Karen DeYoung's biographical book about him, she had said that Colin Powell conveyed to her that the JINSA crowd, the Jewish Institute for National Security Affairs, which Dick Cheney is associated with, is in control of the Pentagon and pushed us into Iraq, and now is doing similar to get us to attack Iran.
And I welcome all those perspectives from others. I mean, I gave my perspective. No, I understand. I gave my perspective based on what my experiences were.
It's in Karen DeYoung's bio book about Powell.
No, I understand.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and check out Tom's Representative Press channel. It's a channel you'll want to subscribe to as well. See the link in the video description.